For once, I'm actually in focus. I'm allowed to ask my boyfriend if I am in focus.
Am I in focus?
Nope. Yo, what up you guys, it's your girl Kenzie and welcome back to my channel. This is a different setup it mainly is because one, I'm looking up instead of like straight, or I'm on my bed because I'm on a bench, and of course I have to crouch down or my head is completely chopped off. No wonder I have back problems. So it wouldn't be a normal YouTube video without, you know, my bed being a mess or without my boyfriend being in the background being a weirdo as per usual.
Me? I'm not a weirdo, you're a weirdo.
Anyways, it has been a long time since I've done a book review. I know last week the video I posted looked like it was filmed last week, but as I mentioned in the video, that was actually pre-filmed in November to be up in December, but it didn't go up until the end of January. I just feel like my always coming back videos from like December or October are always in February. So we're just gonna stick with that. So a lot has changed in like that last week that you saw. I dyed my hair at the beginning of January because I still had blonde hair before Christmas. So a lot has changed. I got a bench for my bed. I'm very happy about it. I think I showed in my vlog that when I was up in New Hampshire I wanted something different, but the places that we went to didn't have exactly what we were looking for. And of course, like I said, my hair. So yeah. Not a whole lot has changed. So I wanted to sit down with you guys this week and do another book review. But not just any book review on any love story, a fantasy love story that is mainly for teens. Since this is the month.
Interesting.
This is why I don't like filming with him. Like, I told him he can come into my room and film on my bed, you know, be like his normal self. And he's like, no, it's okay, honey. You can, I'll stay down here. Where is he? Upstairs in my room.
Good.
So.
I'm not bothering you.
So, I got this journal that I got last month for my bullet journal. If you guys have not been following my Instagram, I have been doing bullet journals. So this is my month of January a little bit, and I did a YouTube thought dump. I know you can't see it very well because one is trying to autofocus to it, and two, this is written in pencil, not pen. Shows you how well I've grown since then. And I decided I reread this book at the end of December, beginning of January. And back then I gave it a 5 stars, but after rereading it, I'm giving it like a 3.5 stars. So, but I wrote down like the main characters and the main points for me to talk about in this video. So, but before I get into my phone and go into Amazon to look up the reviews and stuff like this, so before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, yo, what up, my name is Kenzie. You should really subscribe. I do mainly book reviews on other challenges on my channel, so you really should scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and click that little bell that's post notification so you get notified when I post a new video every single week, so you can see my crazy face, hear my crazy boyfriend's voice. If you want to see more of him, he's on my vlog channel.
Am I?
Yes.
That's identity theft right there.
So, all that will be down in the box below. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So, my phone opened up to my camera as per usual. So, I'm getting onto my phone. The cute little picture of me and my boyfriend when I had blonde hair. So, I'm getting onto Amazon, as you guys can see. Even out of focus! Thank my boyfriend for that. So I am looking up, the book is Lost Wolf. This is Lost Wolf, Curse of the Moon. You can get it on paperback and on Kindle and probably on your iPhone too. But I got it on Kindle. So we're going to scroll all the way down. Ooh. Birdman's Wolves. I always love finding different books as I'm looking up my books. We're all the way down to reviews. So this is book 1 of so many books. I think there's like maybe 5 to 6 books in the series. All terrible than the last book. I'm kidding. They're pretty okay books. The first time I read them, I really enjoyed like maybe the first 3 to 4 books. But after a while, it just got to the point where it was like, ugh. But I'm not trying to review the whole series. I'm only reviewing just the first book for this video today. And maybe next week I'll review the second book. But I already scrolled down 2 reviews, as you guys can probably see. Give it 5 seconds. If I move my head. No? Okay. So I'm going to read the reviews. So let the time lapse begin. Okay, after reading these reviews, I totally forgot that I didn't say I had a 4 out of 5 star ratings. So this has a very high percent ratings. 5 stars is 54%, 4 stars is 17%, 3 stars is 12%, 2 stars 9%, and 1 star is like 8%. Surprisingly, whenever I look through reviews, I mainly see like high ones, maybe a few 3 to 4 reviews, but I've never seen, whenever I was scrolling through just the reviews before I click all of them, that I saw so many negative reviews. And like I said, the first time I read this book, I absolutely loved it. I probably finished this in at least 1 to 2 days. But reading this book, it took me a while to get through, mainly because it was just not the greatest. But I'll just read a couple of like the 1-star reviews that I actually enjoyed. Typical me. There's one that was like, I saw at the top. It was like frustrated, very frustrating, and it says like 1.5. And she says like, I don't hate the book, but she hates the idea of the book. But of course she does like a 5-page essay on why the book is not the greatest. And I explained this in my last video. I always love those people that actually write that. And there are so many people that actually write 5-page essays on why they hate this book or just explain it. And there was like a lot of them, like a lot of dialogue, couldn't get really into it. There was someone that wrote, quit at 10%, worst backstory ever. Kind of, but at the same exact time, it's an actual true love story, so. Someone said awful. I started laughing because this is my favorite one by far. This one's by Cookies. They said, I would not recommend it. And their thing is, too dark of a book for an impressionable child. I would give this to my 11-year-old niece. There's nothing bad about this book. If I can give this book to my 11-year-old niece, seriously, she's read Harry Potter. That's as dark as you can get at 11 years old before she reads Lord of the Rings. What are you?
Damaging stuff.
Don't mind him. And yeah, there's like someone that also said like, lost me, you know, like, it's, And then I went to the 2-star reviews to give it some, and it was like, someone said like, oh, I typically don't leave.
Wow.
Like someone said like, but they totally don't They said, I don't normally like to leave negative reviews on books, especially ones I download for free, but honestly, I don't know how I managed to finish this book. And just gave like another 5-page essay on why they don't like it. Some say it's not a strange plot, and they don't know how it's gotten 4 stars. But a lot of people said that they liked it because of the background of the book. I will you guys can see, it's a great cover. Like, if you look on your Kindle, it's just gonna be black and white because that's how the Kindle is if you got Kindle white pages. But if you got a Kindle like Fire, then this will show on there. And of course, if you look, it's pretty cool. That's why it captured a lot of people. It even captured me. So let's just read the description of the book, and then I will go over the main characters, the main points of it, and give my point of view of the book. So it says, description, she's hiding. Why do you like to make so much noise? Alright, it says she's hiding a dark secret. It already killed her once. Victoria can't wait to start college, but there's a hitch. She can't remember anything before arriving on campus. Her memories finally spark when she sees a regularly handsome math professor, but she senses something troubling. Trouble happened. The shock of his face affirms her fears. Toby is an alpha wolf who's never thought he'd see his true love again, not after she died in his arms. Nothing could prepare him for her walking into his class. But to his dismay, not only has she forgotten the past, she doesn't even know who she is. He is determined to do whatever it takes to restore what they lost. Can Toby help Victoria recover her memories, or will he lose her forever? I love how everyone's just making noises in my room. So I already read off two of the main characters, but the main characters of the book is Victoria, Toby, Carter, Jet, who's a pack member, Soli, I really hope I'm saying that right, she is subtype of mystical creature, Brick, who's also a pack member, Jessalyn, this is why I don't like reading, who is a friend witch, Dylan, who's a pack member, Sasha, who is Victoria's roommate, Samara, who is Jet's vampire wife, Tap, who's a bartender, and there's a little bit more, but the main characters are Victoria, Toby, which are the two main characters, and then there's Carter. Are you kidding me? My camera battery's flashing saying, charge it or it will die. And I know it will die, but I don't want to charge it. This is what happens when I use my vlog camera as my main camera for now. And of course, I don't want to charge it because I know that my roommates will come and I'm gonna like, I gotta be loud. And I forget my place. But the main points are that Toby and Victoria are werewolves from a long time ago, which is why someone in the review said there should be a prologue before they hit the main book, but not every book should have a prologue. Maybe this one shouldn't. I didn't think so, but I thought about it and I was like, oh, that would have been really cool if they actually did have a prologue. Victoria died and came back to life. A lot of people, you know, died and came back to life. It's kind of like in the Vampire Diaries when the afterlife was disintegrating, and they had that in the Vampire Diaries and the originals. So they had a lot of dead people come back to life. And of course, Victoria has no memories. Both of their fathers and the Jaguars are behind everything. So the main thing about it is that Toby and Victoria, they're werewolves from two different packs who don't get along. And of course, they don't like the traditional sense of what they have been taught. Like the wolves, like the alpha wolves are supposed to be leaders and everything, and the wives and the girls are supposed to be very submissive. And it's kind of like the olden days where they'd be like, oh, we're gonna let you marry this person, not that person. You can't marry that. It's kind of like a Romeo to Juliet type story, but only one of them dies, basically. And Carter is a shifter, like a jaguar shifter, and they can shift whenever they want, whereas the wolves can only shift at full moon. But they were looking to see if they could find the mood rings, which is also in the originals and in the, I think in the Vampire Diaries, where the werewolves can wear the rings to where they can shift at will. So I know it's in the originals. So Toby has to do everything humanly possible to get Victoria to remember herself so that she can shift at full moon, because every time full moon comes around and she tries to shift, it hurts her immensely because there has been a spell that's on her that will be more explained in the second book for her to like why she can and cannot shift. And so like she has Soli, that's what I'm going to call her, Soliel, I don't know, to help her figure out who she is. And of course she has Toby, and of course the friend witch of the family who's actually the High Witch, just like how the witch was on the Vampire Diaries. I can't remember her name at the moment, but shows you how true I am with that. And of course, Taff, the bartender, he has a bar where all supernatural creatures can come together and just be who they are, no fights whatsoever. I'm just trying to like think of like good, there's a lot of good things. I mean, if you like true supernatural romances, this is the book for you, go at it. But this is like, again, another teen-ass romance type book to where it's not going to be like a Stefan to Damien and Elena love triangle. It kind of does. It is kind of like that for a few short seconds, but it's not truly that. It's not a doppelganger type thing as well. It's just a really cute little romance book if you're into that, but to me, the plot, I kept like feeling I had to skim through the book the second time to like get to the parts to where I liked to get on with the book so I can finish it, and that's not really good. You really want to enjoy the book the best you can, and if you skim through it, so for me, like I said, I'm gonna give this book like a 3.5 stars out of 5 because it is a very fantastic book if you're into the supernatural. So it's a little bit later. My camera battery died. You can kind of see my boyfriend.
Oh, that hurts.
Anyway, he wanted to sit here with me. If my hair looks a little bit poofier than normal, it's because we went for a hike and it's very humid here in Florida at the moment.
Hiking? Did you say hiking?
Walking. We went for a walk.
Hiking. It's definitely not the mountains in Florida.
So it's very humid out here, so that's why. But as I was saying about the book, probably gonna be a little bit quieter because my roommates are home. So. But anyways, as I was saying about the book, that if you're really into a nice fantasy, supernatural type book, it's perfect. I say it's for ages 12, maybe 13 to up. It's up to you guys if you want to read it or not. Like I said, the first time I read it completely through, it was a really great book. I loved it. Second time, there were just some things about it that I just didn't like about it very much, which is why I'm giving it like a 3.5 this time around. But I will do the second book review on it next week and just give my opinions on it as well. Just you looking at the camera.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. Like, I can't barely see it. It's so far down because she's so short.
Anyways, but that is it for this week's video. And if you like it so much, please give her a big thumbs up. You know, that's very helpful.
Or you can thumbs down. Either or. Not tell them how to live their life. They can easily thumbs down if they wanted to.
Comment down below what do you want to see for next week's video. All my social media will be linked in a little description below. You know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know. All that will be down in the little doobly box below. And like I said at the beginning, guys, if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button right there. Or right there. And if you want to check out my last video, it'll be right there. I love you all so much, and I'll catch you all next week with a brand new video. Bye!